Kaye Adams has revealed she suffered a health scare at the weekend that left her fearing she was having a stroke. The Loose Women star, 62, explained she had been hit by a wave of dizziness and lost her balance during a reformer Pilates class. She confessed that the horrible experience left her really scared, as she automatically thought the worse. Opening up on the incident on her How to Be 60 podcast on Wednesday, Kaye said, "Do you know what I've had recently? It's the funniest thing. I went to my Pilates last Sunday, the reformer Pilates. I call it Disco Pilates, because it's all bright lights and music. I got off the reformer and my goodness, the world began to spin. Like a Tom and Jerry cartoon when Terry's bird's going around the head. I thought, oh my god, I'm having a stroke. I was really scared actually, it was horrible. I just couldn't get my balance." The presenter went on to admit she had been stunned after discovering what the actual diagnosis was, describing it really weird condition. She said, "I've checked it out and apparently it's vertigo. And now everyone I speak to has got bloody vertigo and I've had never even heard of it before then. You've got to do all these really weird exercises. Apparently it's crystals in your ear that get dislodged and you can be prone to it. It's a really weird thing." The NHS defines vertigo as a symptom, rather than a condition itself, that is the feeling that you, or the environment around you, is moving or spinning, which can cause loss of balance, nausea and dizziness. The most common causes of vertigo are inner ear problems that affect your balance, and it can be alleviated with gentle movement and medications. Kaye revealed the irony of her vertigo attack, as she confessed reacting with skepticism to a pal being diagnosed with the same affliction last year. She said, "Funnily, a friend of mine had told me last year that she had it, and I remember at the time thinking that's a load of nonsense. And then when it happened I was like, oh, I'm going to call her, because she knows how I feel." It marks the second health scare to terrify Kaye in recent years, after she rushed herself to the hospital in January last year as she was convinced she had a tumor. She previously took to Instagram to fill in her followers on the traumatic incident, admitting she had feared the worst after losing all hearing in her ear. She explained that terror struck as she was preparing to present an episode of Loose Women and put in her earpiece, only to become aware she couldn't hear anything in her right ear. Admitting the realization left her absolutely terrified, Kaye recalled, "I thought, oh my god, what has gone wrong?" While she managed to get through the show, she was panicking throughout, and after wrapping up filming, decided to head to her local A&E. She praised the nurses at the hospital for helping to calm her down, explaining they sent her for an audiogram at a nearby Boots hearing center. But Kaye confessed that she was left embarrassed when the cause of her hearing loss was revealed, as incredibly simple and relatively harmless. She confessed, "I am embarrassed to say this because, honestly, my head was going to some terrible tumor. I am very melodramatic." But, the audiologist, pulled out the biggest bit of wax you have ever seen. Thankfully, Kaye revealed the removal of the wax helped restore her hearing in full after the most traumatic 48 hours. If left untreated, earwax buildup can lead to temporary hearing loss, tinnitus, earache, a greater risk of infections or dizziness. The NHS advises putting 2 to 3 drops of medical-grade olive or almond oil in your ear 3 to 4 times a day for 3 to 5 days to treat it yourself.